Will Trump or Congress actually fix the housing affordability issue? Trump has been talking about fixing housing again. Congress actually put a bill on the table. It's called the Housing for the 21st Century Act, also known as H.R. 6644. So let's talk about what it really does, not just the headline. This bill was introduced in mid-December, and it already is moving through Congress. Trump mentioning housing reform is not accidental. Housing affordability is now a political issue, an economic issue, and of course, a voter issue. So here's the real breakdown, without politics and without the spin. So what problem does the 21st Century Act trying to solve? The United States does not have a housing price problem. It has a housing supply problem. We have millions fewer homes than we need. When supply stays low and demand keeps growing, prices will go up. That is not ideology, that is math. The bill comes down to 3 strategies. Strategy number 1, make it easier to build housing. The first thing this act targets is zoning and permitting. Right now, many cities only allow single-family homes. Long approval timelines and layers of red tape that drive up costs. This is something I continue to talk about. This bill pushes states and cities to loosen those rules and allow more duplexes, more townhomes, and smaller multifamily housing. That's what we want. Less friction equals more supply, and that is ideal. And that is, of course, the idea that is being pushed through. Now, strategy number 2, fix outdated federal housing programs. The second focus is fixing federal housing programs that are stuck in the past. Construction costs are higher, financing is tighter, labor is more expensive. So this bill updates loan limits and grant programs so they actually match today's economic reality instead of pretending it is still 20 years ago. Let's get into strategy number 3, expand financing options. The third piece is financing. The bill supports more flexible financing for rental housing, workforce housing, and manufactured housing. Why does that matter? Because no matter how badly we need housing, nothing gets built if projects can't be financed. So here's the reality check. Now let me be clear. This bill does not magically lower interest rates. It doesn't instantly make housing cheap. It does not override the local policies. What it does do is address the root cause, which is supply. Why this matters for most investors and developers. So if you are an investor, a developer, an operator, this matters because policy drives capital. Markets that allow housing to be built grow. Markets that block housing fall behind. Trump talking about housing is not the headline. The direction of policy is. So in closing, the H.R. 6644, the Housing for the 21st Century, is one of the clearest signals yet that housing supply is back in focus. Whether this bill passes or not, the takeaway is simple. We are moving towards a build more environment again. Follow if you want real market insight without the noise.